Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. Sort of pretty scary news last night. Everyone's getting a little bit nervous as the old man Trump gone completely mad, and unfortunately for Trump, he does have a little bit of an issue at the moment. He's not very liked with the press at all, and anything he does a little bit on the sort of wacky side, the press are really jumping all over him, and obviously that his sort of ban on certain countries on Muslims going into the states. Again, I think you read the news, but then you read the other story of the news. It was totally overblown, out of all proportions. Out of 365,000 people that entered the states over the last sort of few days, that they retained 100 at the border, and it was ridiculous. There was protesting in the street, people marching, and everyone going crazy. So it just shows there's a big percentage of the population. I've never seen America so divided at the moment as it is, and it's quite sad, really. And there's obviously a lot of people that love him, and there's a lot of people, including the press, that hate him. And if he steps out of line, they really do hammer him. And this is going to just make our market this more and more volatile this year than maybe it's ever been. And I think because the market is so tough, it's so tough to read. All we can do is just follow really these charts, literally, I think, day by day. And a lot of emails today. Dave, do you think this is a sell-off? We've had the run. I think it's too soon to panic. That's my opinion. I mean, that was a price action last night on the Dow. It came down. It bounced off that sort of pretty aggressive, sort of happy green line and bounced straight back up. And to be honest with you, holding that swing high. So if you actually looked at that, if that was a chart, you'd say, wow, why wouldn't you buy that? At the moment, I think we just want to wait and see what happens over the next few days on the Dow, and before we obviously make any sort of rash judgments, maybe which if the market is going to have possibly a stronger sell-off. I often find it very interesting to put charts on monthly charts. So it gives you an idea of the trend of the general trend, and you've got to say that's an extremely sort of bullish, positive trend on the Dow Jones. What you would hope is that obviously you like the monthly high last month was at 19,987, and it would be, I suppose, bullish if this month we ended up higher than last month's high. It's often a good sign. But at the end of the day, I think that's it looks very, very, very bullish. And again, looking at the ASX 200, I just get the ASX 200 up on a monthly chart. I mean, really, we haven't done anything. So even if you do think the Dow Jones does have a big pullback, really, how far are we going to go? I mean, whoopee! Since over the last month or so, when the Dow Jones had this incredible move for 18,000 to 20,000, really spectacular move up. What have we done? We've done. We've most probably gone to around 550 to 5,500 to 5,620. I mean, big deal. So maybe if the Dow comes back, I mean, possibly that 5,300 could add as support. So possibly you look at that. We've got earnings coming up, half-yearly earnings coming up next month. You would think the good stocks, the good stories, the ones that we believe will report well, should carry on trending up, and hopefully keep making us obviously a bit of money. Again, look at TWE. We put on the other day, a terrible market. It's absolutely doing beautifully up again, and looking very, very, very strong. I mean, this is a stock we tip to report very good earnings next month, and again, the chart looking very, very good. And again, Aristocrat. Some of these stocks really holding these sort of pretty bullish trend lines, absolutely fantastic. Hansen, again, sort of holding the sort of playing around this sort of long-term moving averages, but basically holding those lines. This would have gone on with this. If this hadn't been sort of such a negative week, there we were. This would have done a lot better this week, and I think obviously a few of these trends have been hit obviously about market sentiment. And again, look at some of the good sort of great stories, corporate travel, again holding really bullish trend lines. So we're pretty sort of content with what we're trending. ALU again, great little company. We believe this has got double-digit earnings growth now for next sort of 3-4 years. We really do like the story. We like it has got a fairly sort of high P around 30, but well deserved. And again, I mean, this should have gone on with it really. I mean, it has been dented by the market sentiment, but I think this could turn quickly. As if the market Dow does turn up over the next few days, I think this you might see this trend. It did have a great little buy signal. I think this will reverse pretty quickly. Just having a look at one of the little 10 baggers, LNU. I do like these little stories that suddenly start poking their head up. They've been sort of quiet for a while. I think you saw that the other day with a whole number of stocks, NUH, and obviously it sort of had that move. It trended down, and did this. And I was saying to you, hey guys, look, this is starting to look exciting. Had this nice move up and looks bullish, coming to that swing high. Should hold the 10 before it makes that next move. Looking pretty good. And yeah, the other one is obviously LNU, and again, sort of poking his little head up. It looks good. Needs to do a little bit more for me, maybe around that sort of 6 cents. But if it can do that, poke his head up, I think this could be game on. They had a great announcement today. Go on the ASX, read it up. They're obviously now really about to gear in their revenue model and start selling what this is potentially quite an exciting little product. I think that's all I've got to say tonight. Tonight, the equity story. Obviously, don't panic. Stay calm, and just saying about staying calm. Look at CIA. How bullish is that? It had that big run up, came back, a little bit of support, and bang, off she goes again. That's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, so there are some good stories still moving up and making some gains. So it's not all doom and gloom. And let's hope, again, like I said, we can just have a good night on the Dow and get over this little bit of negative sentiment we've got at the moment in the market, and hopefully see if this trend will continue. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to Equity Story, and have a good night. Good night.